Hello, well, were you watching the double Corrie last night? I bet you breathed a heavy sigh of relief if you were, when barmaid Michelle Connor finally dumped her two-timing fiancé, Sonny. It was brilliant, because you see, we knew he was two-timing you, and you didn't,
I know.
Kym Ryder, who plays Michelle. Nice to see you
and
this morning. That was a great watch last night, and it was great to see you, actually. I mean, you really had, there were tears, there were tantrums, there was stomping around, there was anger. Was that good to play?
It was great, actually. For me, it was just it was the first kind of big emotional thing that I've had to do as an actress. So it was great. It was a bit of a challenge for me, but I had such fun with it. It was great.
Yeah, and ever since you've joined, it seems you've been kissing men in that programme. You've been kissing all the time.
I know what's going on with that. It's just, you know, obviously all this kind of stuff between Michelle and Steve, and then, you know, Sonny coming into it, and I think people were kind of hoping it was just going to fizzle out, and then obviously the storyline kind of continued, and we found out Sonny had his dark secret.
Yeah, well, I was hoping it was going to fizzle out. I'm glad it fizzled out in such fashion, because I would love to see Steve MacDonald stepping into the breach there. Oh, you two, there's a great chemistry between the two of you on screen, I think.
Thank you. Yeah, we get on very, very well. He's a great actor, Simon. He really, really is, and he's great fun to work with. Bit of a prankster, but very funny.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, listen, we're going to see Simon and you in action in this clip, which is a little sneak preview of Wednesday's Corrie. Here we go.
Well, turns out Steve was right. This one's been doing the nasty with Sonny behind my back. Is this true?
Well, I hate to say I told you so.
You just did. You're loving this, aren't you?
I'm not actually now. I knew how much you thought of him.
Do you know what? I can deal with blokes lying and cheating. But I thought we were friends.
It's awful, but in the midst of all that heartbreak and sadness, it's still very funny.
I know. I think that's the beauty of Coronation Street, is it can be so, you know, the drama is fantastic, but there'll always be that little bit of comedy that kind of just counteracts it a little bit.
The writing's brilliant, isn't it?
It is fantastic. I mean, you know, and I've been very fortunate because I've had some fantastic storylines. So, you know, I think the writers are a huge part of the show, obviously.
But what a great role for you to land. I mean, do you still pinch yourself?
I do, yeah, I do. I kind of, and just watching that, then it's really odd for me. You know,
yeah.
I still can't quite believe that that's me there.
The nation's favourite show, really, and there you are, at top of it, really. Your character's made such an impact since you've been there.
Thank you. I think it's really nice, actually, because obviously going into the show, I really hoped that people would take to the character and kind of, you know, and not kind of, oh, there's Kym, you know, singer from Pop Stars or whatever, you know, and kind of take to her, and they have done.
And
so
you're in your husband's territory now. What does he make of your work?
Oh, he's so pleased for me. He's so supportive. I honestly couldn't ask for any better. He's fab, and of course he's just done his film and been touring all last year and everything, so he's a busy guy.
So he's busy too. So how do you juggle all this? Because I bet all the responsibility's down to you in the end, despite the fact you're both working. You've got the two children, you've got two busy careers. It's difficult, isn't it?
It is hard, yeah, but I mean, we have a good balance, you know, kind of, and the great thing about the street is that, you know, it's very structured, to be honest, and although things do change every now and again, generally what you're told is happening next week is happening next week, so you can kind of plan and everything, so it's actually a lot better.
So now, for instance, you're in this big storyline that everyone's talking about. Would you be working more, would you have worked more when you were filming that than you would otherwise? Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, it depends on what you're doing. If you're involved in a big storyline like that, you're kind of probably working 2-3 weeks solid, depending on what you're doing, really, but it's kind of quieting down a little bit now.
Good. I can see you're enjoying it, Kym.
I am, thank you.
And you still get to sing, don't you? You do charity stuff and all that sort of stuff.
I do, yeah, I do. I do a lot of charity gigs and things, which is great, so I still get to stretch the old vocal cords every now and again.
Good. Well, listen, thanks for stretching them on our sofa this morning.
Thank
and I think you're on with Lorraine later as well, aren't you?
I am, yes.
Good. So we look forward to hearing you on there too. Lovely to see you.
And you.
A versatile talent, isn't she?
Yeah, it must be nice.